Moore taking ground zero workers with lung disease to Cuba. Moore wants to get them what he feels is better health care in Cuba than they would in the U.S. We are joined for a fair and balanced debate with a few 9/11 first responders, John Feel and Jeff Endine. Welcome, gentlemen. We're glad that you're here.
Thank you.
This is certainly sparking some
Thank you for having us.
Fiery conversation. It's our honor to have you here. Jeff, were you approached by Mr. Moore to be a part of this documentary?
No, I heard third party something about this, but I was not approached.
So he takes two 9/11 workers and he says, hey, let's go to Cuba and get some health care to mock our system as if this communist nation treats our 9/11 workers better than him. So John, what do you think about it?
I was approached by Michael Moore.
And
I declined not to go, but I gave him a list of people who could be interviewed to go.
You lost half your foot. I mean, you would be a candidate to go get some treatment if you
Well,
thought.
what could they do for me in Cuba? I didn't suffer the cancers and the respiratories. Jeff has respiratory problems. I thought there were people who were high prioritized more than me. I couldn't go to Cuba and grow a foot. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying you would, though, because you are mad at the way the government has treated the federal government?
The movie itself is, the premise is on Americans who have fell through the healthcare system. It's not a 9/11 movie. The movie's 2 hours long. There's only 10 to 15 minutes in this movie on 9/11 story.
But is he using the 9/11 story?
Right, and is he using the stories here of people like yourself who went in so heroically to, work after 9/11?
Well, thank you.
Do you feel like he's using you as pawns in a way, or your representatives?
I just have the feeling that saying there's no health care for 9/11 responders. I'm a patient at Mount Sinai, and I do a lot of advocating in media for Mount Sinai. And I think Mount Sinai is the cutting edge worldwide when it comes to this. I mean, they have 5 years of data.
Right.
They have been not only treating people, but they have been innovating as these things morph.
Can I say something?
Because these things keep changing.
I sit on the advisory board of Mount Sinai. Me, low-level first responder. If the average 9/11 responder was to make an appointment to go to Mount Sinai, you can wait 2 to 3 months before you see him.
If the average responder were to go to Cuba to get treatment without Michael Moore, would they be able to receive treatment, though? I mean, that's kind of a stark.
Well, first of all, I don't care if you went to Mars, Cuba, or wherever in the world to get help. If you can't get help somewhere, and if you had a kid that was dying of cancer, and the doctor said he was going to die, you would do whatever is necessary to make sure that your kid got the best treatment.
Well, what makes you think Michael Moore would do anything except for make this country look bad?
Well, I agree with you with that. That's my personal opinion. And I have a big problem with going to Cuba, who seems to be very much in bed with Iran, who may be making
who have arrested countless
IEDs
people
who are killing our troops at a time of war where our troops are being killed in the field, and we are going to get in bed with Cuba, makes me want to vomit.
I think a lot of people can agree with you on that.
Jeff Endine, John Feel, opposing views. We understand about a documentary that many people will go see. It's Sicko, Michael Moore, and once again, he's creating controversy. We're talking about it on this show, so he's successful there. Thanks to both of you.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
And by the way, Elizabeth, this film